Welcome to the Ohio Business Podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Pohl. Today we are joined with Kendi Harp of Rockbox Fitness. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, kind of give a quick overview of yourself, and then we can go into the Rockbox side of things.
Okay, well, I'm a mom of 4 boys. We currently are just moved to Wisconsin, which is kind of crazy because I'm not near my gyms, which I wish I were. But I started out in the business world. I was in banking for a long time, and then I actually went into a floral industry, which I absolutely loved, and then ended up having twins. So 4 boys needed to actually pull back. So I just became a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and now I'm in the fitness world. So kind of a long jump.
Yeah, that's a lot. This is switching. So kind of top overview of Rockbox Fitness.
So Rockbox Fitness is it does both. So you do kickboxing and boxing, but also has the functional strength training. So you get the best of both worlds. So you sit and it's a 50-minute class, and you get to pick. You can either start off and do the functional training, or you can start in the boxing, depends on what you're in the mood for. So the great thing about it is you're going to get a full body workout. That kickboxing, boxing is definitely your cardio. You're getting that heart rate up, you're getting those lean muscles in, and then we work on the form of your functionality and your training on the other side.
Okay, and then the one I saw is in Powell. That's how I connected with you. Do you have any other gyms?
And we have we just opened one in February in New Albany.
Okay. And can you, you're in Wisconsin and your gyms are in Ohio. What's kind of the process of handling, the operations and some of the, day-to-day activities being so far apart?
That is the hardest thing because I'm not there. So the first thing you had to do was find the right people. I can't stress that enough. I had to, interview and find somebody that one may have been kind of already in the industry, which we did at the PAL location. We have Amanda, she's my general manager. She worked with other, fitness businesses, and she had her own children's yoga studio. So she kind of knew exactly how to handle people and work with people. And then Kaylin, my head trainer there, she had worked at previous gyms before and did a lot of personal training and stuff. So I had to find the right people who were willing, one, didn't think like me, which I found interesting. I was listening to, I can't even, Mike RC talk, and he is with Loud Rumor. I don't know if you know him with marketing, but he was saying that you don't hire people that are like you. You have to hire people that are complete opposites of you. Because if you hire, people that are just think like you, then you're never going to grow your business because everybody's thinking the same way. So I found they definitely are willing to challenge me when I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
So they're good at telling me no when they need to tell me no, and they're good at coming to me with ideas. So it's definitely a great partnership. It is hard. I'm checking numbers, I'm calling, I'm sending emails, I'm checking, Instagram stories and hey, what did we post today and all this. But definitely there's a point where I have to step off a little bit because I'm not there. So it is pretty, if you're constantly on top of them, then they're not going to get things done. So it's hard, but it's been worth it. So it's definitely hiring. I had to hire the right people. And when you don't, you have to let them go. So we hire slow and fire fast is our motto. So yeah, definitely found the right people, and we've had to let a few go. So I feel like we're in a good spot now.
Okay. And what kind of was the inspiration to go into, the kickboxing, this side of the fitness niche?
Yeah. So kind of interesting. My husband's career moves us around a lot. So we've lived in Michigan, Cincinnati, Columbus. We were in Virginia. Now we're in Wisconsin. For me, I just have a hard time. Since I'm older, it's harder to make friends. I found a small gym in Virginia, and it was awesome. And I'm like, this is amazing. We all supported each other. We were helping each other. We had a Facebook page. If anybody needed to move, we'd show up and help them move. It was just, I had never felt that kind of community in a gym before. I'd always done big box gyms where you just kind of went in, did your own thing, figured it out on your own. I didn't have somebody telling me exactly what to do and working together. And I remember going home one day and telling my husband, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. If we ever move back to Ohio or we move anywhere, I need to take this with me. And he's like, you're crazy. And he was like, you're busy. We can't do this. So then he was actually traveling to Virginia Beach, and there was a Rockbox there by his hotel. And he took a class that morning, and he was like, wow, that was different. He was sick of using the gym at the hotel. He's like, this is I don't want to get on a treadmill again. So he's like, that was kind of cool. And then he went back again and again. And he's like, you need to check out Rockbox. And I'm like, oh, I've never done kickboxing or boxing. I don't know about that. So eventually I tried it out and I'm like, wow, this is cool. And they have the same kind of atmosphere that I was looking for, where it's a community built, people know each other's names. It's not, I wouldn't say small, but it was smaller. Your class size is smaller. The trainers are calling out your names. They're talking to you. They're asking you what your goals and everything are. And they work together. They had a Facebook group. So I felt like, I was like, okay, this is really cool. This is definitely, even though it's a franchise, it's definitely still personal enough that you still feel like it's a small gym and you're getting everything that you need and you're supporting each other. So I looked into it and I was like, okay, I think we can do this. And my husband was like, then he was all on board, even though at first he was like, you're crazy. No. And then it was like, well, where do we do it? Okay, if we're really going to do this, how do we move? Like, how can we build a gym and then just move? So we were like, okay, we love Ohio. We love Columbus. Let's do it in Columbus. We signed with Rockbox the February 2020. Mm-hmm. And then the very next day.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Everything shut down the next day. Horrible. I think I may not have come out of my bathroom that day. I think I was like bawling. Like, I was like, what did we do? Why did we do this so time? However, hindsight, 2020, it felt right. It still felt right because I'm like, we're still one. After sitting at home for that whole summer, it was like, okay, everybody needs another community, right? Everybody lost their sense of community. They lost their sense of who they are. They're sitting at home. They feel isolated. And like, what better thing to do than to open this gym where I'm going to help build a community in Columbus, the place I love. And if we ever can make it back, that'd be awesome. And hire people. Because everyone's losing their jobs. So one, we're bringing, jobs back to Columbus, and we're bringing, the community back and getting people healthy, because obviously everyone sat around and learned new cocktails and learned new food. We were all like,
sick of working from home. That's for sure. I hated it. It was, that was the worst part of it.
You're just looking for a place to get out. And obviously we were a little worried because the whole time we're like, okay, well, what's DeWine going to say today? And what is the news today? And are we going to be able to open the gym? Are we going to be allowed to have people in? So we just went day by day. I mean, we really every day like fought and talk to people. And of course there were people that were scared to come in. I don't blame them, but we tried to make it the safest gym possible. So when we first opened the doors in October, we had cut out like boxes. So you basically were in your 8-foot space. You didn't go out of your 8-foot space. We brought everything to you. They wore masks in. We have a spray that we use with fogger. We fog daily. I mean, I'm still like, even though things are lifting, our standards of cleaning are not going to change, because I don't believe that people are willing to allow that part to go anymore. I think we've gotten a little bit smarter about that. So I've told them like fogging still, like we're going to take care of it. So we kept the gym clean, and because of our members being so awesome and supportive of that, we were able to keep our doors open and we never had to shut for any kind of COVID related stuff. So it was a struggle.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the best practices of cleanliness, like off the gate,
we can't go down now. We have a standard and we're not going to change. So
I think COVID, the real big change that I saw, I go to a box gym, was that guys were actually wiping down the benches and, the material. I was like, I wonder if they're going to like the male population is going to stick to like cleaning, the equipment after like all this is done. We'll see though, but
we'll see. It'll definitely be the younger generation. I'm worried about my kids because I'm like, they're learning not to share right now. And I think that's like the weirdest thing for children. Like, you're just like, don't share, don't touch each other, don't hug, don't be nice. Like, next year it's like, okay, well now you can go back and like handle things. And so it'll be interesting. So that this generation coming up will be a lot cleaner than previous generations.
Now, can I talk about, I feel like Columbus is the best demographic for this type of thing. You get a lot of younger people in the area. Everybody's pretty fitness conscious. So kind of talk about, the initial startup period. What was that like? Do you see a lot of it? I guess with COVID and everything, but was the initial opening, was it welcome? You see a lot of support? What was kind of the energy around it?
Yeah, we got a lot of support. The Powell Chamber of Commerce definitely like supported us. And we had a lot of, I think we opened our doors with like 170 members. So definitely it was booming. Like, we did a 6-week challenge of trying to get everybody to lose, a certain percentage of body fat or, those few COVID pounds. But it was really welcoming. I mean, they were, we have a scale and a body analyzer that can like tell you how you're doing. And we do some nutrition programming with that. So everybody was pretty excited to get in the gym. I think people were just excited to get out of their house, too. It's like, oh, we're going to go to a different like gym and work out. So people were definitely ready to get out of their homes. There's, like I said, there were still some people that came into the gym. We had about 2 that maybe said, I'm not ready. And we totally understood that. And, but most people were very welcoming and very excited about it.
Now, you said basically the next day COVID happened. Was Rockbox pretty accommodating because of the whole, the situation, or kind of talk about that?
They were. They were from Charlotte, so they're in the Charlotte area, so they were dealing with their own things. But they were just like, don't stop. They were very encouraging of like, they understood if we needed to slow down, but they were like, don't. Every day that we weren't open, we were losing money. Every day that that building wasn't built, you're losing money. So they're like, just get it open and see what happens. I mean, one thing that people need in this world is health. So it's like, if it were, no offense to fast food or anything like that, it wouldn't matter. But I was like, we have to get people healthy, and especially after this. So I'm like, we were just constantly pushing, and they were so supportive of like what we needed. They never were like, really mad about us not opening on time. Like, we were supposed to open in June, and it ended up getting pushed back to October, just, construction and not a lot of people working. So you couldn't get a lot of things signed off that you needed to get signed off for the building permits. So that was a struggle, but they were totally accommodating for all of that.
And then, I guess since Columbus in Ohio has been open since like June 2nd, like the no mask policy, how's been business since that, since COVID's kind of subsided?
So in the industry, January is like the biggest month for, gyms, but we are referring to this month as January because it's like, people are ready. They realize like, oh crap, okay, I can take my mask off and I can go like on a trip and I can do all these things. I got to get healthy. So it has been great. We've had so many people come into the gym, and so it's been awesome just to see all the people sign and all the new members that are coming in. So it's been awesome.
And you kind of talked about the community aspect of it all. Like I think the big box gyms, like you said, you're just going on, doing your own lane. You're not really talking to people. I kind of go do jujitsu now, but it was really big into it a couple of years ago. And the community aspect of it is seriously the best part. The Facebook group, ways to meet people. I have some friends from, when I did it back in Athens, Ohio, to this day. Like, it is such a great experience. And I feel like that is kind of where the fitness industry is going towards. Just the communities like Orange Theory, that's pretty big. I know 9-round kickboxing is a thing in the Toledo area. I think I saw one here. Do you see any other trends within the fitness industry?
Yeah, definitely the community is the biggest aspect for us because the Facebook page, you're getting people in there. The smaller class sizes, I think people are enjoying. We can allow 40 in the class now. When during COVID, it was only 20, but they enjoy like just having their space still. But I think people are starting to open up to that. So I still think they like to have their space within the gym still. So you'll see a lot of that, I believe, like a little trend of like, you're going to have to still have people have their bubbles within there, but trying to get them to open up. The nutrition aspect. So, people want to learn. They need to know. We have a whole line of like protein and supplements that we sell. So I think that is huge. That's starting to be a trend. People need to know what to do. They can come in and we can tell them exactly how to work out, but it's like, what do you do when I walk out of this gym? So that's definitely a trend that's going to happen with gyms. They're going to have to figure out a way to help them and support them at home. And that's where that Facebook group is so huge, because we have members that post what their dinner is, and we'll be like, hey, what did you eat today? Hey, what's in your shopping cart? So it's definitely building that. And you have to create these friendships within the gym, because that's my favorite part, is seeing we have members who are 13 years old that come in with their parents, and we have members that are 70s, that come in, and it's awesome to see, that their interactions, and they're getting along, because these are people that you would have walked by on the street and maybe not said hi, but here in the gym, we're a family and we promote that. So I definitely think those are definitely the trends, the community, the nutrition aspect. Everyone needs more support than they had before.
Now, do you kind of see working from home or not, or working out from home? Do you think that is going to, be a mainstay, or do you think people are going to come back, like you kind of said, they want to get out of the house?
Yeah, I think people have gotten used to it. I think there's ebb and flow. Like, so, people quit and start a nutrition program or a fitness program like 7 times a year. So you'll see where people will be like at home and like, I'm doing it. And then all of a sudden one day they won't get off the couch and they need that community. And that's, I believe that when most people come in and see that there's that community, then they're going to want to. However, Rockbox is going to start doing an online program for us. So members who are traveling, because you can use any Rockbox throughout the country when you become a member. However, they're going to start where you can like go online and do it if you're traveling, or if you don't really want to go into the gym today, or maybe you're not ready to come into a gym at all still, there'll still be that online presence for you. So that'll help, because once again, it's hard to like, Pinterest, like, oh, what am I going to do today? And I'm going to get on Pinterest and figure out what my workout's going to be. It's kind of hard to like keep yourself accountable and what moves you should really do. So it's easier if we provide it for you with the online program.
Nice. Now Rockbox is a franchise. Do they handle a lot of the marketing, or do you kind of run it yourself?
That's a great question. So, I just said what that guy said. We started with Rockbox. They do the marketing for us. However, we found that we needed a little bit more help because we were not in the Columbus area. So, they're in Charlotte. So everybody knows who Rockbox is in North Carolina. They didn't know in Ohio. So we started with Loud Rumor. They have Mike RC. They only do gyms. It's a marketing company, and they also do supportive with coaching. Okay. So we started with them, and they've helped us a lot and taught us a lot about their marketing strategies and what they're doing. We also, one thing that we haven't tapped into that we were starting to is the guerrilla marketing. The good old fashioned, like putting it on the cars and putting it direct mail and get it coming to your house. The slowest form of an inbox right now is your mailbox. I mean, how much do you get right now? So getting the direct mailers out there and all of that is really where we are starting to tap into, and we are seeing actually success from that. The direct mail, you get about a 1% return. However, you turn those people in when they come in, you try to get their referrals and you try to get more members from them, because once they love us, they bring people in that love us too. And even though that's a 1% return, you can multiply that pretty easily.
And social media seems like just a huge advantage for, the fitness industry from a marketing standpoint, because, you post the inside, you post the workout, especially you got the gloves and everything. It's a cool experience. Because I remember when I do jujitsu, I always post about it, and like everyone's interested in doing it. Is there anything from a social media aspect that you guys are doing?
Yes. So the goal is 1 to 2 posts a day. So we definitely want a post plus like go live, or a post plus put something in the Instagram stories. People sit at home and they swipe. So the goal is when they're scrolling, how do you get them to stop? How do you get them to like watch? And boomerangs are huge right now. For some reason, people love to stop and watch a boomerang. I think people love to see what's in the gym because it makes it less intimidating. It's very hard to walk into a gym. It's scary. But once they can see like, hey, well, that person's kind of like me. Like I can do that. If they can do it, I can do it. So definitely showing all of our members is very important for me. I want everyone to feel comfortable and see that they can do it, because anybody can do the workout. And definitely what stops the people. So like I said, the boomerangs are huge. The Instagram stories are huge. People just love to like see somebody just like real quick hitting for some reason. So it's definitely anything eye catching, and it has to be different every day. So people just love the stories. If you can post about a member spotlight, that gets people to stop the scroll.
Now, so do you yourself go live like on IG or anything along that line?
I don't normally, unless I'm in the studio. So usually somebody else, but I try to stay out of it, and I let them, because they have their goals, and I'll like give them guidance, but they will go live. I do love it when they do go live, because our members love to see it. They'll jump on, like make comments, and
that's cool. Fun. Nice. Yeah. Now what is, what's from a demographic standpoint, who do you see the most coming in the gym?
Definitely women. It's a 70% of women are into the boutique fitness industry. We do have, like I said, we do have 13-year-olds through 70-year-olds, but I would say right now at our PAL location, it's probably in the 30 to 50 range is our majority members. And then we do have like a lot of college kids who came in this summer because they came in with parents, or we signed them up for the summer. And then the new Albany location is probably about the same, but it's definitely heavier on the women's side.
That's kind of surprising, especially from a, you think boxing and kickboxing to be skewed male. Do you see, is there kind of, do you have a reason for that or an explanation on why that is?
No, I don't actually. And I think a lot of women want to try boxing and kickboxing. So I think when they come in, they're like, they feel comfortable. Both of my general managers are female. So I think maybe that makes them a little bit more comfortable to come in. But I think it's less intimidating than maybe your typical boxing studio.
Yeah.
You probably think, oh, that's all guys. But then when you walk in and you see other women like yourself, you're like, okay, yeah, like I got this. But we absolutely welcome men, and the men that we have in there are amazing. They're so supportive, and it's very comfortable atmosphere.
Hmm. Well, kind of going towards the entrepreneurial part of things, what's kind of the hardest part of your job? Maybe the distance thing, but outside of that, what would you say you kind of spend the most time, or the biggest challenge?
The numbers. How do we make the numbers match? Like how do we make this not profitable, and how do we make this work? That's something that I spend most of my time on, is like, what other strategies can we use for selling? What other strategies can we use to get members in there and stay with us and feel comfortable? When I was in banking, the rule was 3. So they had to have like 3 sales. So, you got to have a checking, savings, credit card. So I kind of use that also within the gym. If I can get them to buy a shirt, if I can get them to buy some nutrition with us, and then they have their membership, if I can get those 3 things out of the members, they're going to stay. They're going to be happy because they're going to see results. And if they're wearing our merchandise, that's awesome, because then I know they love us because they're supporting us. So
Hmm.
it's definitely coming up with other strategies of like, how do you support the members? How do you get them to feel comfortable and love us? So I spend a lot of time just researching, like, how do I get those sales? How do I get them to trust the nutrition and try it? We do like Thirsty Thursdays where we try sample things. And then just like getting them to come in the door. Big box gyms don't care. They make money when you don't show up.
Yeah.
But I like don't make money if you don't come. Because you'll quit. It's very easy to quit a boutique fitness because it might be a little bit more expensive than your big box gyms, but you get more out of us. You get the personal attention, you get the community, you get the nutrition advice. So that's trying to show them that they need to get in there, because a lot of people they'll sign up and then maybe they don't show back up, and that's not good, because you
Hmm.
won't hit your goals if you don't come in. So I spend a lot of time figuring out how to get those members back in, a lot of retention. How do we keep a member? It costs a lot to acquire a member. How do I keep them from leaving us? So a lot of my day is just spent Googling. I have, like I said, I use Loud Rumor. They have Amanda Enos is my coach. I spend a lot of time with her, like questioning her, like, how do I do this? What do I do? They have office calls every day, and you can ask a lot of questions. And it's really about reaching out to others that know more than I do and
Hmm.
helping me.
Now, are you seeing, from a person that becomes a member, are you seeing them coming from box gyms? Are they just starting to work out for the first time? Kind of talk about where are they coming from? What was their, I guess, their fitness past before they come to you?
So a lot of them have, like I said, they just keep trying new things, and they keep
Hmm.
quitting, and nothing has stuck. So our goal is to make it stick.
Hmm.
So we have a lot of people who have quit a lot of things. They've tried a lot, they've done a lot. Everything's very trendy. So you're trying all the new trends, you're trying all the new diets, and it's like, that's not going to work. What's going to work is consistency.
Yeah.
So our goal, we're seeing a lot of people who they've tried other things, and they're like, okay, let me try this. And then, oh, wow, this is different. So it's really just showing them how different we are. Um, Other than that, we're probably getting some people from the big box gyms. They still have their big box gym membership, but like, I think when they come and they see like the community aspect, that makes them change their minds. Cause a lot of
Hmm.
times, like, oh no, just give me a few class packs or whatever. And we're like, no, 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 you're not going to see results there. If we have accountability here. So that's helping people. So anybody that didn't have accountability before, definitely when they find accountability with us, it changes their mindset.
Okay. Now, so you had the 2 locations. I pulled up how many are in Ohio. There's one, I guess, one in Cincinnati.
Yes.
Did you just start the 2 gyms immediately, or did you start the second one further down the road, like this year or something?
Yeah. So the second one opened in February.
Okay.
So we're supposed to open 6.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
So the 2 are open, and we're going to hold off a little bit. I mean, we're still feeling the effects of COVID. So once we calm down and get the 2 right, we opened fast and hard and went for it. And now I'm like, okay, I got a lot to learn still. So we're
Yeah.
still in the learning process. And I feel like we're so close to where we need to be, and our learning of like how to operate a gym correctly. we're there. So it'll probably be by maybe the end of the year, maybe next year when we open the third. So we're always looking for a location, but they're opening, I know, a second in Cincinnati, I believe at the end of this year.
Are you going to be sticking to the Columbus area, or,
Yeah.
anywhere specific?
So we were pretty smart, and maybe I think smart. We'll find out. We asked for the whole Columbus territory.
Okay.
So we said we'll open the 6 in Columbus. Obviously, like down the road, if it seems like maybe only 4 should be in Columbus, maybe 1 should be in Cleveland or something, we'll branch out if we need to. So, and as long as nobody else takes that territory, right?
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, cool. I mean, any parts of Columbus that you're looking at right now?
No, we're always looking for a good deal.
Okay.
Dublin, Hilliard, Upper Arlington, closer to campus. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's the saying for Rockbox is Fight Club meets nightclub. We have these crazy lights going. We have this loud music. So it's definitely like I could see a younger demographic loving this. The campus area, Clintonville. What is that little area below Columbus? It's been a long time since
German Village.
German Village
Yeah.
would be perfect. It'd be a little bit smaller. It'd probably have to be a smaller gym, but I could see that being a huge hit there. That's definitely probably more of a vanity gym. I don't know how many members you get in those, but it would definitely be one down the road that I would love to in that area.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to check it out, because I've done 9-round kickboxing. I loved it, but I just there was none around me, and I do jiu-jitsu sometimes, but I'm going to check it out. So if I walk into the gym for first time, what are the packages there that I could expect to see, or, are there trial periods? Kind of walk through that.
Yeah. So we do 1 free class. We have you come in 30 minutes early to try out, to sign all the waivers and go through kickboxing. You probably wouldn't need as many instructional, but we still ask that you come a little bit earlier because there could be other people.
Yeah.
You go through a first class, and then we talk. We want to know your goals, because we want to make sure you're in the right package. We do offer like an 8 count if you want to come just 8 times a month. We have unlimited, which is obviously our best. We're offering a 50% off right now at $99 for the first month for that. That's like your best. You come all the time. And then we do offer class packs. We have personal training as well. But other than that, every so often we'll just do a strength focus class. So we'll offer that. And I'm looking into kids classes, but we haven't started that yet. So.
Okay. Well, as we kind of wrap things up, I always love asking the question, what is the biggest success, through your journey as an entrepreneur, and what's something that you wish you knew before you started? And don't say COVID, that you knew COVID was going to happen.
I wish I knew COVID was going to happen. Yeah. I wish I had known probably to go to experts sooner. Hire people that know, even though it costs more, hire the people that know what they're doing. Stop trying to figure everything out. There are just some things you don't need to know how to do. I don't need to know how the electrical equipment works. Some days I just need to hire somebody out and just figure it out. Or the marketing piece. I tried to do a lot of it on my own, and that was just this is crazy. So I wish I had known sooner. Hire the experts. Stop trying to do everything on your own. A lot of entrepreneurs want to do everything on their own, and there's so many resources out there to reach out to people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second question, I'm sorry.
Your greatest success.
I would say, and we talked about this a lot, but my team, after they'll sign up people at that week, they'll give me a rundown of all the people they signed up this week, and they will tell me how awesome all these people are. So they get excited with every member they sign, and they get really excited when it's somebody that has this crazy goal or needs us, and there's this person needs us, and I'm so excited that they signed up. So that is every week. I live for those phone calls when they call me to tell me about these really special people that have signed up with us.
Well, that's awesome. Well, and to kind of end off on anything, any advice or anything you want to leave off on?
Nope. One thing I would say, if entrepreneurs are wondering what to do, is share the vision. I constantly talk to my team about our vision, which is helping people, creating that community, and then changing lives is the ultimate goal. So I'm not only trying to change the people in the gym's lives, I'm trying to change my team's lives by hiring them and giving them opportunities, with the growth of the company, if we can get 6 gyms. So share that vision. Don't hide it, because you need to remind them. Being far apart from them, they need to understand why we did this in the first place. It's easy to get stuck in that mundane routine. And if you don't share that vision, they're going to forget real easy and get maybe caught up in their own issues or
Yeah.
problems.
Well, beautifully put. How can people find Rockbox? How can they get in contact with you and the social media pages?
All right. Well, we have a really cool phone number. It's 740. Oh, wait, you know what? Crap. So, Rockbox. Well, they can. The best way to get a hold of us is online. It's
Okay.
through Instagram or through Facebook. We have ads out there. You can Google us, and it's pal.com. You can email us from there. You can call us 740-890 Rockbox. All box. That's what it
There you
was.
go.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on. This was great. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you.